Can you pull up your YouTube real quick? I'm not sure how much of this off until we literally.
One, two.
Hello, hello. Thank you. Oh, wow. Yeah. Hello, everybody. We're just going through our technology and to making sure everything is set up well. So, making sure everything is set up.
Okay.
This
We
has
can
been
start
literally the
comments.
easiest
Yes.
setup. You know how long? People, y'all be ready like for 5 minutes for us to even start. Okay, but Sally knows her thing. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Let me.
You want to get any closer? That's good for you. Thank you for everybody who is joining in. Oh, if you want to, yeah. Sally wants to just make sure that we have the best. Oh, yeah, that's better. Yep. The best view for you all.
That good.
Oh, this is what it looks like. Sorry. Let me show you.
Do you want the table?
You could just literally pull it down. Are you trying to pull it down?
Oh, just pull it.
Yeah, there you go. I'm showing you how it looks like.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's better.
All right, everyone. This is exciting.
Yes. I feel like this again.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, everyone, for joining in. So sorry, as usual, for our difficulties in getting everything set up, but it didn't really feel difficult because Sally knows what she's doing over here. So thank you, Sally, for setting us up.
Of course. So anyone that's tuning in, just let us know
Yes.
at any point in time if you cannot hear us, and we'll fix our mics.
Yes. And so we have our phone here so that we can see everything, all the comments, so we can chat with you and see any questions that you have for us. But yes, just like Sally said, whatever that you see, if you cannot hear us or for any reason we got disconnected, please let us know. So Sally, all right. Let's get started.
Yes.
Yes. So everyone, thank you so much for tuning in on another episode of
What Anna Said podcast.
All right. So as usual, we want to thank our viewers and also Sally, our silent viewers. We thank you so much and our huge community that has been behind us in everything that we do. Every one of you guys, we just want to take this time to say thank you so much for your support. And of course, for those of Morris Tex-Mex who has been our home. Thank you so much for being a home, a place for us to come here and do everything that we've been doing. So you'll catch us here literally summer, yearly round here on Fridays. There's no breaks here, only consistency, okay? So every Friday, we're going to be here at those Morris at 11:30.
Yes.
And so come in, literally,
Yes.
as we're up here on stage doing our podcast, you can come in,
Grab a
and
bite.
grab a bite to eat, a drink,
Mhm.
and all the good things that you can join us and watch us, and we can have that interaction going on. That we can't wait for more of that to happen because it is a lot of fun when we have
Yes.
people come in person, seeing the faces and all the things. So just to catch you guys up, who has been joining, this is not normally our usual podcast, but so much has been happening because summer has came along, and then getting through all the scholarships and all the things. So if you have been following us, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But so for information for the next podcast, as we have been starting here at Dos Amores, is our book that is called Form Underwater, and you can purchase yours on Amazon. So next time when you come, you can
Yes.
catch in and see exactly what we have been doing, all the things that we have been speaking about. And you are not far behind at all because we're literally just
No.
diving into chapter 2.
Yes.
Okay.
Take
So
your time to really digest every single word on the page, for
yes,
sure.
exactly, Sally. Because we already covered the introduction. We've covered chapter 1. Who are you?
Mhm.
Identity. And so when you join us, you're gonna go on page. We're gonna be on page 25, chapter 2, where we talk about where do you come from, origin, and it's gonna be really exciting because it's not what you expect it to be. And then you have questions like why, who you are, and identity before
Mhm.
origin. So we're gonna cover all those things. So by the time you join us, you'll be already caught up, or just come and listen in and tune in. If you're just someone who's like, I don't like reading, but I want to listen,
Yeah.
and then hopefully they will encourage you to like reading and join us in this book called Formed Underwater, because everything that we've been doing, Sally,
Mhm.
this book truly has been the foundation. This is a key.
Absolutely.
This is a cheat code.
Mhm.
Someone has did the work and put it
Mhm.
in the book for you to follow along and get to see all the things that we've been creating with the foundations, with little champs, with little steppers, everything that we're doing. Podcast, what Anna said, has been this book has truly been the
Yes.
blueprint for all of those things.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So the big question, Sally.
I know. Yes.
You're like,
What?
yes, get into it. Okay. Where's Anna and Kim?
Yes, Anna and Kim are currently busy taking care of some really important
Yes.
business.
Yes.
Can't wait for that to all come to
Yeah.
life.
If you're wondering, are they at home sleeping? No.
I don't think anyone
I-
sleeps around
Listen,
here.
no one sleeps around here. Are they out there eating somewhere, having breakfast without
Without
us?
us?
Are they taking a break today? Where are they? So let me answer that for you because truly they're not.
Yes.
Okay, and that is what I love about us is that if you don't see any of us here, there is something that's happening. We're
Mhm.
always involved any kind of way. So right now, our sisters Anna and Kim are not on the break. Okay, but they couldn't join us this week because they're investing time,
Yes.
investing time into some exciting opportunities and growth happening behind the scenes and what they're
Mhm.
doing right now, which we cannot share right now, all the
Yes,
details. Okay. But
right.
we're incredibly proud of them. And we cannot wait for the day that we really get to introduce what they're working on to
Yes,
celebrate the
it's-
accomplishments that they are working for.
Enner is on the ball. Okay, taking the words
And
out my mouth. So yes, you're right.
So just know that good things are on the horizon,
Mhm.
and we are cheering them on every step of the way. So don't worry, they'll be back here on next week's podcast.
Yes.
Mhm.
So because they're not here, I get to be here today.
Exactly. So then another elephant in the room is where's she been? So if you're new, like, okay, who's she?
Right.
And then if you're not new, you already know.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, Sally. So yeah, so this here, if you are new and join us for the first time, this here is Lesieli Kasitati Maafu, and we call her Sally. And there's a beautiful story into that, which I would like for you to share. Can you just share like where you got your nickname from?
Man, I don't even know if I even know.
Yeah. Because we
But
in the
yeah.
in the previous episode, Sally, in your book, it's like in this book we talked about the author, which is I always say like I love this author, but you guys are so blessed to call him father. And so we've talked about well, you know this because you've been following us. You've been behind the scenes. I'll get to that a little bit more later. But you went to Fiji, and your name is a beautiful name. All your sisters have beautiful names, but there's a reason how it went from Lesiali to Sally.
Yeah. So what I believe of how the nickname Sally came about is that my parents call me CLE, and in Fiji we are amongst other Fijians, Indians, like all these different cultures. And I think in some sort of way they started calling me Shelly, which kind of went into Sally, and then that just kind of stuck throughout my whole entire life. So yes,
Yeah.
Sally is not my legal name; it's just a nickname that has stuck through since those times in Fiji. And I have been behind the scenes of everything we've been doing
yes.
here. Um, I feel like it was probably 9 months ago that my face has actually been on the podcast, which is a really long time. But at the same time, I've been here the whole time as well. just
That's
behind the
why I
scenes.
was telling her off camera. I'm like, it's really weird for me to even
Mhm.
introduce you because you haven't gone missing to me. We talk every
Yeah.
single day. So and that is what I love about our team. We always say we use this logo like every time we finish something, we're like, this is the best team ever. All of us is capable of holding each other's spots at any time.
Absolutely.
Not even just about taking a break. Anytime that we need to fill it in, we are capable of doing those things. So
Absolutely.
Mhm.
And that's
So
a
Miss
beautiful thing, Enner, that you're saying because it doesn't come as a threat.
No.
If you're able to fill in my spot, like I'm not threatened. If
Mhm.
Kim fills in my spot, I'm not threatening. Or we have to fill in Anna and Kim, like they're not threatening. Like we all work together as a team, and it's the best team ever.
Oh yes, because like I told her, like we're living real life. Like
Mhm.
all the things is so easy to talk about because we're
Yes.
doing them in
Yep.
real time together.
Right. I don't have to pull things
Yeah.
from
So
thin
I was
air.
like, why am I introducing this girl? She's been here, okay? And that's what I say. Like I love about our team is that even if you don't see one of us, someone is behind the microphone, someone's behind the camera. And for Sally, I always call her our media girl. Okay, so she has been faithfully helping us tell stories through her photos, through the videos, and all the little moments people don't always see. And you don't. I feel like in your position, you don't get enough credit because it just looks so seamlessly and so beautifully. And so while this may be the first time in a while that you've heard her voice for some of you on our podcast, but Sally you have been with us every step of the way. I always say this about her, she makes us look good. Okay. So, just on that, like, tell us like what's new that has been happening. I have a new person in mind, but do you want to introduce?
Yes.
You know
So
what
I
I'm talking about?
have yes. So I have been behind the scenes, but also while being behind the scenes, we had welcomed a new baby. So
Oh, don't introduce her like that. Like,
yeah,
this
so
is
behind the
baby
scenes,
number
yes, this is baby number 6.
6.
If you're new here, I have 6 kids, okay? And 3 of them were born at home. So with the time that I was out of the face of the podcast, I was doing social media for Little Champs, taking pictures, videos, trying to capture the moment while also trying to take care of myself mentally and prepare for postpartum. Because if you've been here, you know what postpartum was like with
Yes.
our little fiery, spicy girl Sienna. And so that's where I have been, was just trying to be diligent in taking care of my mental space. But still, when I go back and look at all the photos that I've taken and the pictures and the memories, I'm like, wow, I was still very much present. Like, even though I may not be in the front of the podcast or anything else, I was still there behind the scenes. I think there were many times where I'm like, okay, I don't think I can show up, guys. And then you guys see me there and I'm there.
Yes, yes.
Because
But
the show
that's
still
motherhood.
keeps
Yeah.
going, like you still have to keep pushing forward. And so that's also another thing. Anna said she's loving the pink.
Okay.
Anna said she's loving the pink. Thank you, Anna, for tuning in.
Mhm.
And I'm sorry.
Thank you for
This is
working and tuning in. What?
I said Anna.
Sorry.
I'm so sorry. It's Emphy now.
Gal. Okay, gal.
711. Okay, there's 2 different people here.
We
I'm
love
so
it.
sorry,
Thank
but
you for
welcome
tuning in.
into the live. With the pink, we chose. Ender asked me, "What color do you want
Please
to
tell
wear?"
them. Please tell them.
And I said pink, because I'm getting my pink back. And I think that's a beautiful thing. I know a lot of people hear about getting your pink back. I think that there's a lot of intentionality. I don't know if that's really a word, into getting your pink back. When you have children, sometimes you feel, especially if you're a first time mom, I know we have a lot of moms that tune into this live and tune into the sisters podcast and stuff. And that's one thing, when I go out, a mom will come up and be like, hey, I really love what you and your sisters are doing. And then there's also a mom who said, hey, I really love that episode where you were really real and raw on like sharing your postpartum experience. And I'm like, really? Because that was my least favorite episode. I asked Anna if we can just turn off the camera, and she said, no, keep it rolling. But it's so true, because we need to let moms, I mean, that's why we started What Anna Said podcast in the beginning, was to share our experiences and let other folks out there know that they're not alone in whatever they're going through.
I think the beauty is not only just knowing that you have a healthy child, it's looking back and the beauty and seeing that you got through those because it's
Yes,
hard.
it is.
It is
Yes.
so hard. I'm so thankful that you're even speaking about motherhood. So if not, Sally will tell you exactly how to follow her because she is on social media, very active. She talks about all the hard things. She's very honest. Is what I love your page so much, is that she talks about things in a way that is so relatable, very transparent. She doesn't hide anything that she's going through. I remember one of the favorite one was like, I need to go home and clean, and I have so much stuff to do, laundry, dishes piling up.
Yes.
But my kids wanted to go to the park, so here I am.
Yes.
You know,
You really are flying kites.
and that's really what
Yeah.
it is. It's like leave those things because
Mhm.
they will get done. But
Yes.
the moment that your children is asking for you time, is
Mhm.
asking to go to a park, you're like, yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
It's just gonna wait.
Mhm.
The bed can make itself. And if you know Sally, the bed needs to be made first in order for her
Yes.
brain to be
Yes.
organized. Okay. So
Mhm.
it's a huge thing to walk away mentally and be like, okay, I'm gonna get back to it right now, being present with my
Mhm.
child, my children. It's the most important thing. So that's why I love to follow and to watch everything that you're doing. So tell them like
Oh,
where to
thank you
follow
so
you,
much.
girl.
Yeah, so you can find me on any social media platform, actually.
Yeah.
Instagram at Sally Love, with 4 E's at the end. On TikTok, Sally Kasitati, I believe. But we will definitely provide
Yes.
all those links once this live is curated to be a podcast
Yeah.
video. So we'll
Yes.
add all the links, even the links to the Formed Underwater book, where Anna, Kim, and Edner are taking us page by page through that book itself. But just going back to motherhood, with the time that my face wasn't here on the podcast, I was definitely doing a lot of work behind the scenes. Also, what is it called? A lot of mental work, like having
Just
to
finding getting into routine and
yes.
everything.
And then changing my mindset. I think there's a lot that goes on to when you have to transform yourself.
Yeah.
And the transformation comes from your mindset.
Breaking out that cocoon.
Yes. So I had to change a lot of ways that I was thinking, whether it was from motherhood or just all the work that we're doing, because it can be exhausting for sure. And so there has to be a lot of transformation that takes place in your mind first before you can see anything physically. So that's what I've been up to. Still here. So all the social media stuff, you want to see what we've been up to, check out the Little Champs page. I know Kim and Edner, because I tune into the podcast, even though I'm not here
That's what I'm saying.
sometimes.
Fish hasn't left, you guys.
I'm still here, very much
So even
involved.
with Little Champs, you are one of our teachers. We all orchestrate this. We're
Mhm.
all founders of the Little Champs. And so
Yes.
when you're seeing Sally, um, we're immediately okay. Let's plan for the next lesson. What's going
Yes.
on with this lesson? What do we need? The supplies,
Mhm.
all the
And
ideas.
that's what I love, Enner, because you talked about that, or you and Kim talked about that on the last episode about Little Champs and how Kim was like, "Thank you, Enner, for joining the team," because me and Sally and Kim's so true. Yes, because I am more of like, I need to see the plan. I need to see things be perfectly formed before they come into life. But I think that's the reason why I love our team so much, is because we have a lot of different perspectives, different approaches to things, and we use our best gifts and our strong, where the areas where yes, strength. Thank you. I'm like, what word am I looking for? We use our strengths, to help each other out. And I love that, because then by having you on the team or everybody else that is on the team, we get to use their strengths to sharpen us too. And I love that, because Kim needed somebody like you to come save her.
These sisters, they needed somebody in the middle. Okay,
We need a middle man. Because Kim's
everybody
like,
does.
Sal's
Okay,
about to choke me again.
hold on. But no, in our Little Champs, we have a chant, right? We're like, we are
Mhm.
champions, we
We
are
are
winners, we are
winners,
leaders.
leaders,
And the last thing
superheroes.
that Sally is touching on is that we are superheroes. And
Mhm.
I know when people come in and they hear us like a
Yeah,
superhero,
they're like,
what is
superpowers
that?
aren't
But
real.
that's why we speak in another foreign language in the spiritual
Yes.
realm, because we want people to ask these questions.
Yeah.
What is superhero? Like, what is
Mhm.
that? What do you? Why do you guys like? Where's the superpowers coming from? Like, what is your superpower, right? But we call that our purpose, what you are called to do, what you're called to become, right?
Mhm.
Because it takes you to discover those things. And what I
Yes.
love is that as in our journey of becoming, of discovering all the things that we are supposed to become, we're able to also identify with our superpowers. So two of my favorite absolute superpowers for Sally
Oh.
is she's a timekeeper. She knows how to. For some reason, she's the only one that I know that can stop time and capture like 50 different things in it. And the moments are the most beautiful thing. Like for me, because that's not my gift, I'm like, hurry up, because I have a sister who's like that too.
Mhm.
But the way that Sally does it, orchestrates it in her ability, is like you feel the emotions coming through, and I think that's why your media has so much impact. Is that people can literally see the facial expressions. You don't even know the person, but for some reason, the way that you capture those moments, like I know this person,
Mhm.
and that's the beautiful thing that you do. Also, she's a vision caster. Like this podcast, a lot of you guys know who has been a regular in this podcast. I always talked about how I even got into this was when we did a fellowship together a couple years back, and we did that for 2 years straight. And we would come together and talk about our purpose. We'd talk about our goals. And I remember you would scold your sisters like, "You're supposed to do a podcast.
Yeah.
And you need to do this."
Yeah.
And I was like, "This girl, like, she's on
Like, so
fire."
demanding.
But you're no,
So
because you were a
controlling.
vision caster. Yeah, like I need to see you operate in your gifts. And at the time, I know it was like fine, and it wasn't because she didn't want to do it, but it's because she didn't want to do it. Um, but like to see it in the fruition, and everything that's coming, and knowing that you are the one who like, no, you need to do it, you need to do this, and to see like being a part of Dos Amores here, the podcast on what Anna said, that slogan in itself, that title in itself. I grew up with you guys when you guys came from California, Fiji to the States, from California to Texas, and I just remember even sitting, like literally sitting in Bible study because your dad was our youth leader. And anytime your dad or anybody would be like, "Okay, Kim, Sally, what do you want to talk about? What do you want to say?"
What Anna said.
Immediately there was like what Anna said. And so for me, it's so like crazy, does it even touch surface of how it feels like for me to see it what it is today after those years at the age of 11 to today at the age of 34. I'm like, wow, like we were already speaking things without even understanding what that power was even holding in itself.
And what that was going to give birth to with this podcast. I definitely have to give thanks to our mentor for pushing us because I'm also a perfectionist, and if it weren't for our mentor saying you just have to get it out there, just do it, like that's how you're going to find things out. You just do it and then you can make it better later, you know. Because if you're on the other side of action and you're just like, this is what I want to do, but I want to make sure I get A, B, C together before I do X, Y, Z, then you never get to actually do the act, you know, like without action.
So
And
that mentor you're
so-
talking about, right? Recently, he sent me something in our group because he's literally an iron sharpening irons. We're a little dull here.
I love iron.
It's really sharp over here, mentor. But he sent me he sent us something in a chat, and I was listening to it, and it was that about confidence. And it wasn't confidence isn't the planning. It's not the goal. It's after you do it. It's like you're being scared to go and speak. You're being scared to stand in front of a crowd on the stage. You're being scared to even do this podcast. Being scared to teach. The simplest thing of putting yourself out. But the goal about confidence is that you don't get it doing it. You don't even get it before it. It comes after. You're collecting confidence after it's done. You
It's
know
like
how
a
many
muscle
times?
that you have to, like, you know,
Yes, you have to
exercise.
exercise it. Yeah, that you can only achieve after it's done.
Yes. Like I can sit here and say I'm gonna be, you know, a skinny girl, but it won't come just by me saying I'm gonna be a skinny
Sally,
girl.
that is hard. Okay, summertime. Hold on. But that brings me into the next scene, Sally. Like the confidence part, because on our last podcast, me, Anna, and Kim, we got to share. We got to have on the 17th of this month, we got to share our scholarship banquet. Our experience with that, the behind the scenes of creating it, okay? Because we're the one hosting it, we're the one creating it, we're the ones with our teams and everybody and our supporters and our sponsors. We're all sponsoring these things. And so you, Miss Sally, got to be our host for that event. And I just want to like, in a sense of just confidence, in a sense of trying new things as we do teach our little champs, like how was that experience for you? Because she had her little baby on her as she was hosting. And I'm sure you're going to share these pictures with her in it. But like to me, that connects quickly, just at this end, connects quickly to motherhood as we were speaking previously. Sally is sharing to me, like when I see her do all those things with 6 children with a newborn, it's like you can be a mother, you can be a wife, and you can still do all the things and accomplish all of them with your baby literally swaddled up on you. So like how was that experience for you to host for the first time?
Yes. So the opportunity to even be the host, the MC of the night, that was not something that I, you know, it came up in a meeting that we had. And I'm sure if, I don't know if you remember, but I was sitting on the couch nursing Lou, and someone asked, "Hey, can you be the MC?" And I was like, like they were having a discussion at the table while I was away from the table.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking to myself, like, no way, like, don't ask me to be the
Okay, 'cause I have a different. I just remember you like, okay. And I was
Yes,
like,
yes. See,
yes,
yes.
okay. Was
In
that
my
the same?
mind, yeah, that's the
I
same
didn't
night.
look at you, but I remember like,
No, in my mind, I was thinking that, like, don't pick
okay.
me, please, not me. I'm not well versed with my words. Like, it's something like public speaking is something that I definitely have on my vision board, but it's for the opportunity to come that fast.
Hold on, when I want it, okay? Don't push it on me. But
Yes.
that's what I love about what we do.
But I
because-
remembered the words of our
yeah.
mentor where he's like, take the opportunity. Like, you only find out once you actually put it into action. And so even though mentally I was like, not me, like,
I
and
feel like it's a no. I want it
yes,
to be a no.
I wanted to be a no, but I said yes. I immediately say yes. And I remember Kim saying something like, oh, because I know she was taken back because they're used to me always giving pushback.
That's why I didn't look at you. I was like, I don't want to look at her. She might change her mind, maybe.
But being able to do it that
I'm so proud
night,
of you.
even that night, I was like, okay, I'm still a little bit nervous. Like, I have all my children here. I want to keep them, in a place where they're good. And then Luisa, my husband, was working. So I was like, you know what? We're just gonna have to do it with a wrap. Just gonna wrap her, put her in, and we'll just be the MC for the night. And I think what's the beautiful thing is that there was a moment of the night where I was like, okay, I can't do this. Like, my kids, I need to tend to my kids. I need to do this and that. And then I remember going up to our mentor and I was like, I don't think I can do this. Please pick someone else.
Oh, like at the event?
At the event, I was like, I can't. I need to tend to
I couldn't
them.
tell.
Yes, but I think there was a part of me that was looking for an excuse to try to pull out. And he said, "You can do it." And he walked off, and I was like, "Oh, okay, yep, I can do it. I can do it." But that's what you need in your life.
Yeah.
When you're trying to do things that feel really scary to you, you need someone who can believe in you. You need someone who looks at the finished product of you, to say, "Hey, you can." And so we
But it's
just
like you,
did it.
Sally, telling us like you're supposed to be doing this. And you're supposed to be doing this.
I know, look at
Yeah,
me, huh? And so being able to be the MC that night, it was really good because then I saw, no, I can do this, even with the baby strapped to me. Um, and I really loved it because then I really got to go around and talk to everybody that night as well, while still somehow managing to capture pictures and videos of the night, which
Yes.
is really, really amazing
Was
for
it
me to
that
look back.
event? I was like, Sally, how did you do that? Like, how did you be the host
And
and
then
have like
step away and
150 photos? Because I just remember Baby Lou. I don't remember you. I don't even remember you on your phone like that.
Yes, I just remember I would be up there, I'd walk quickly back
Timekeeper.
to the back and then quickly snap, 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 and snap. And then also keeping in mind, like, okay, I need to go back to the front, introduce the next person. So it was a great opportunity for me to really sharpen up while a baby is strapped, showing that you can do absolutely whatever you set your mind to.
So you gained confidence in that, right?
Yes.
After you're done, because
Mhm.
not too long ago after that event, I was hosting an Eminem event, and for me, I don't mind speaking, but when it's new, when I think you'll be agree, when the room is just completely silent, you're like, huh, don't say the first thing in your mind. Say what's on the list. It's like it's that mentalness of, but we always say under pressure, which is something that's gonna come later on. But anyhow, we always say you're just under pressure. But to defeat mental health is to go under pressure and just push it aside.
Yes.
You know how many things I'm thinking when I'm still talking? And in
Yes.
my mind, I'm like, you can't do this, you can't do this. By the time I speak, I'm like, no, you got this. And then that just goes away. Like
Yeah.
that is how we defeat it.
Mhm.
And so that's why I was so proud of her, because I know, like you said, I know it's not that it's not your thing.
Yeah.
It is new. And that
It's
is what we
new.
teach our little
Yes.
camps. And they're seeing it. Like as we're teaching them, I don't think they understand the concept that we're doing what we're teaching you. So
Yes.
this week we're like, go home and try something new.
Yeah,
And you
we
were here
really
posting,
meant it. Yes.
like that room was filled. But it was so beautiful seeing that community and then seeing you stand there for the first time and hosting with your baby. It really was a beautiful moment.
And I really loved it, being able to look out and see everybody, being able to look into the eyes of those that I introduced myself to, because it was truly an honor to have everyone's presence there to celebrate their child, to celebrate their friend, students, just everything, just the whole room itself was just, it was really, really a powerful thing to see.
Yeah, so was that your favorite part of the event? Was just being able to see everything come into
Yes, I feel like I don't have a favorite because the whole thing
whole
was my
thing, that's what I
favorite.
said.
From the setup,
Yeah.
like I heard Kim and Anna sharing how they order stuff on Amazon, it didn't come in time, and so they're having to shift. And I love that because when you do when you practice things like these, it shows you how to be a problem solver, you know, and how to do it with like a grateful heart, and how to have joy in serving in this manner. Because it's easy to work in a different setting, in a different group, and it's like, okay, everything, just everything is just so hard. But I love that with Anna and Kim's mindset with what took place of not having the decorations they wanted. They just quickly like, okay, what else can we do? We still need to make this a beautiful event for these students, and it was just
well,
the best team ever.
operating your gift. They're so patient,
Mhm.
and we always say like, okay, we have plan A, but
Yes.
make sure we have a plan B.
Yes.
Okay, the backup. What does the backup look like?
Mhm.
And so that is why,
I
even
love
though the
their
shipments
gift.
didn't come in,
Mhm.
they're like, okay, well, what can we do? Hurry up, let's go get it
Yep.
done. And like the good thing about building and creating is that it always turns out beautiful. When you're
Yes.
able to look back. Like when I came in, and everything was already set up, I had no idea what they were going through. I didn't know that the shipment
Me
didn't
either
come in because
until I
we
heard.
just met that night,
Yes.
and they were just like, "Oh yeah, this is coming in, and this is
Mhm.
coming in." So I'm already when I saw everything, the decorations, everything
Mhm.
setting up, I thought that was all the
That
things
was
on
it.
plan A. Okay, I didn't know there
No,
was
the
a plan
plan
B,
A, yeah.
and I didn't know they accomplished plan B, and plan B was the one to go. Okay,
Yes.
and
Yes.
that's why we always say we
Mhm.
thank God for the how. We give God for
Yes.
to cover all the
Yes.
how,
Mhm.
and that really does build us. It does teach us because the one thing about our superpowers is that we say, okay, with our superpowers,
Mhm.
what is the need in our community? How
That we
can
can
we like
solve. Yep.
how can we solve it?
Mhm.
And so it teaches us to be
Mhm.
problem solvers because we're
Yes.
capable of fixing problems.
Yes.
And that is
Yes.
a new thing that we're
Mhm.
all learning
And I mean,
across the
what
board.
other option do you have? To surrender?
You have to
No,
have
you have to keep
people
going.
are coming.
Yes.
Okay,
You cannot just
it is
cancel
what
the
it
event
is. Okay, we're gonna be the decorations at this point.
at
We're
that
gonna
point.
have
Yeah.
that's gonna be plan C, but we're like
Yeah.
we're really good at just like
Mhm.
okay
Yeah.
the next thing
Yeah.
because it has to be done.
It has to be done. You can't focus on the problem. You just gotta find the solution and figure it out and go.
Absolutely. And so like your answer is mine. Like all of it was so beautiful and all
Mhm.
of it was fun. I'm so
Yeah.
glad like that you got to come here to share your experience too,
Mhm.
Sally.
Yes,
Um,
love being able to. I'm so sorry, Edna. Yes, I completely forgot we had the little champs there, being able to do their butterfly song, the Mecca, they were just how I love how every single person had a role and every single person fulfilled that role that they had, from the Lions Club members to the little champs to the foundation, and then it was just a beautiful thing all the way around.
Yes, because it shows that our mind is growing. It
Mhm.
shows that we understand what our purpose is
Yeah.
called. Because I didn't even realize that until Anna and Kim shared that in the last episode, how easy it was. Like there was no stress. There was no,
Yes.
hey, did you do this? Hey,
Mhm.
can you cover this?
Mhm.
Everyone came. At the end of it, we're like, whoa, everyone did their part. And we
Mhm.
didn't even ask, like, did you do it? We just
Yeah.
came through. We all just accomplished
Everybody
it.
just go straight to what
Comparing
they're
that of
supposed to
it
do.
to all the like the very beginning, it was a huge difference, and that's why that was the real celebration. It's like
Mhm.
this is a good team. This is the best team ever.
Yes.
And but you have again that's the confidence came because it was a finished event.
Mhm.
We saw through it,
Yeah.
and so we have a great team, Sally. So I'm so thankful for you as well. And just to add this in before I go to the next thing is that I never knew how you're gonna come back. I knew Sally's gonna come back, but I
Oh,
did
yeah.
not know how.
I didn't know how, and I didn't know it would be this
When
early.
I didn't know you this.
Okay.
No,
I
really.
was thinking like maybe next year.
Yes,
Yeah.
because so we had a meeting because that's important. Always meet up, always
Yes.
speak, always work on your goals. And in
Review the
that meeting,
goals.
yeah,
Mhm.
their class, Anna and Kim, the wherever they have to go to, ended up having to be today.
Yeah.
Okay, and so immediately Anna was like, "Okay,
Sally and Ender.
Anna, Sally, you got it." I'm like, "Yeah, we got
Yeah. And
this."
I was
But
looking at
no, we
Anna
got
like,
this.
no, I'm not
Yeah,
like you know my schedule. Like, why would I go? But at the same time, you understand, like, it still has to, the show must go on. Like, you got to keep pushing through. Like, you cannot let, and I think my mindset has changed since the
oh
very
yes,
beginning of when we began, because I'll be like, I'll see an obstacle and I'll be like, okay, no, no, it's not going to happen.
yeah.
It's not going to take place. But like I mentioned earlier, transformation really takes place with changing your mindset.
Yes,
Mhm.
absolutely. I just want to pause a little bit,
Oh, we're
Sally,
going to
because
read
we
some of our
have some.
comments.
Yes.
Happy Friday. Yes. Hello, the Fanuas 5483. Happy Friday. Welcome
Yes, and thank you so much
in.
for joining in and listening to
Yes.
us chatting because that's really what it is today is
Really. Some
reintroducing
girl chit
Sally
chat. Yeah.
and talking about other things and hopefully that inspires you. Whatever you're doing, get up, Write your goals, write it down, and see it
Write it
through.
down, put it up somewhere where you can see it, because
Let us know your journey, because that really is our favorite thing.
yes.
We take people's journey just as serious as ours.
Mhm.
So if you're like, hey, I need help in this, or like I have this event, it's your first time, we're literally gonna be rooting there for you as if we
Yes.
know you like literally.
Mhm.
But we love to uh
We
again,
love to cheer,
little champ,
empower.
little champ, yes, little champs chant.
Yes.
You are
A
one of it is
champion.
you are a winner. We
Mhm.
literally believe that everyone is a winner.
Yes.
Everyone can lead. So
Mhm.
if you're joining on and you're inspired by something, or there's a goal that you want to achieve, ask us how we're doing it.
Yep.
Okay? Because when I say that we started from the nitty gritty, when we're like, I mean, I know when we look back, we're like, oh wow, like that was a lot
Yeah.
simpler.
Because remember, Enter, like
Lack of
we
information.
write it down. Yes.
Yeah.
Lack of information.
Mhm. Being able to provide and just seeing, well, like information in a sense of, wow, that really was easy. How
Mhm.
come no one has told me these things?
Mhm.
But what we love is that we don't withhold good
No,
information. We do not
no.
withhold
Definitely
anything.
share.
So we want to share all the things that we've been learning that
Mhm.
also can help you.
Yes.
So that's been also a beautiful thing about what we are doing.
So just going back again, in regards to like the little champs and the event that we had on May 17th with the scholarship banquet, I think it was such a beautiful thing to see it come together, because you were a part of everything that we did this year, and I feel like we've been together so long because we've known each other for so long. You've had a front row seat to everything we've been doing because of our fellowship time together. But I want to know, like, I know we were talking about me and where have I been, here I am again. But I want to say, how is it for you being able to see us meet frequently, write out our goals for the event, or write out the goals in general of everything, and then seeing it all come together, like, wow, like that was on paper and now it's like before my eyes.
Before we even gathered um, together, mind you, like I said, we met at 11, and there's so much history, so much friendship, so much time in the details. It's like I was so involved that if you guys were to mention something, even though you guys think that it's the first time me hearing it, I have a memory of going back and correlating. Oh wait, no, I do remember this conversation, where it's been so easy for me to just try and run in with you guys, because that was a God thing for me to witness everything that you guys are going through, and vice versa. And so seeing everything come into what it is today, having the meetings, because there was always something there. We need to meet up, we need to meet up. And I'm like, why us, like, not, no offense, like I always say I love hanging out with them. We can literally sit on the couch, talk about nothing, and it's still a great time.
Yes.
But I think we all knew eternally that there was something special here,
Yes.
but we didn't know exactly what. But in our mind, I think it was thoughts of wasting time. Like we need to go out to eat and have coffee, or it wasn't girls' time.
Don't talk about yourself. Don't talk about somebody.
Sorry. Okay, let me
Just
let me go.
kidding, Taita. We love you so much.
Yes.
Taita always loved to take us to coffee
She would love to
shops.
take
Yes,
us
when we used to
and
do our
continue to pay for
fellowship.
us. Thank you, sister. But yeah, we thought that was it. I think, at least for me, I think we're all on the same page with this. But again, eternally, I think what I'm learning also with just formed underwater is asking the right questions. And I remember one time we met up and I left, and I just felt I remember feeling how empty that was. Even though I enjoyed the time with you guys, but I was like, God, there is something here.
Yes,
'Cause
more beyond
I
these.
was in my word,
Yes.
so that my spiritual realm was kicking in. I'm like, Lord, there is something here, that you want from this. There's something here. So I asked God. I said, what do I need to do? It wasn't finally. It wasn't the questions of why is this, like why is this
Yes.
happening. It was, God, what do you need me to do? And immediately, um, it was like, hey, he was like, meet up at your house. And what I was thinking was fellowship.
Yes.
My thing is that, let me just say it's fellowship. Let me just say it's a Bible thing, because I know all of us like, fine, for God, we'll come and meet up together. But I was hoping that the reason for it will uproot eventually, and it did.
Yes.
I was like, thank
Yes.
God.
Edner is talking about when we decided to meet up. This is when we went to the same church and we were trying to fellowship together. This is before the Kasat Foundation was formed, everything
Before
else.
everything.
Yes. So me, her, Taita, Kim, Anna, we were meeting up, and it got to a point where we're like, okay, guys, we're doing our devotionals and we're reading, but what else outside of outside of the circle is here. And so I love that you went back to God like, hey, like, what was the question you asked? You said
Yeah,
it's
like,
asking
what
the
do I
right
need to do from
questions.
here?
Yes, what I need
Yes.
to do from
And that
here.
was the first time if that question even came up to my
Mhm.
mind. I was like, Lord, there's something here. I feel there's something that you want us to do.
Mhm.
What is it that I need to do?
Mhm.
Because like we're so quick in knowing what other people need to do. But for me, I was like, fine, like Lord, what is it that you need me to do? And when he said, open up your house for fellowship, I said, fine. God knew how to bring us in.
Yes.
But when he brought us in, and then just you guys even forming the Kasitati, and
Mhm.
us, me and my sister Siddhartha, hearing what was going on,
Mhm.
we were listening in, not understanding or knowing that we were about to join
About
in.
to
We had
do,
no
yes.
idea. So when people even ask us, I'm like, I have no idea how to even answer this
Mhm.
because we were, like I said, we were internally involved, a
Yes.
part of it, without
Mhm.
really realizing
Yeah.
about it. We are going to be physically a part of it years down the road. So
I
we were
love how
there
God
when
lined it
this
all
was
up.
just a
Yeah.
plan, when this was just an idea. We saw it when it was just an
Oh, yes,
idea.
that's right. Yeah. That's right, because we'll come to our fellowship and we're like, oh, we have to go meet with our dad after this or whatever.
So y'all were sharing the meetings
Yes.
because you guys like, okay, before we go meet with the higher up,
Yes.
did you do what you said? Did you do so?
Yes.
Me and my sister were sitting there eating our bread and butter and coffee, and like, what is this? I'm so sorry for you guys, not knowing that our time was coming up.
Like, we're gonna feel sorry for you. I'm just kidding.
I cried the first meeting. Okay, it was
Yes,
harsh.
we love iron sharpening iron because that's what it takes. I mean, I love that you get to be a part of everything that we do because you get to see us, meaning my sisters and I, like argue with each other, like have disagreements with each other, but within the same second, we're like laughing with each other because that's really what
I
it
always tell
takes.
you guys that's my favorite thing about you guys. Because if I argue with my sibling, like that's
Mhm.
it for a while.
Yeah.
They can argue
Yeah.
and work it out within the same second. I'm like, I'm learning. I'm learning here.
Yes, we just I there's just so much. I just love the team. I just love the transformed mindset and just everything that is taking place with it all. So Taita is our other media girly, but she's been doing a lot of things behind the scenes, busy. So
Yeah, so don't think. Wait till when she pop up, you're gonna be like, "Who is this girl?"
yeah, she's been
She's
here
always
all
been
along.
here.
Yes.
It's been the same thing,
Mhm.
but we can't wait for her time to shine and for her time to have her time to even share her
Mhm.
story because it's all gonna connect. Because, like I said, with all of us, we're all capable to do all the things that we're doing, and also being able to. We're all not working. We're literally all working. There's
Yes.
not a moment that we're not working.
No.
If we're not physically working, we're having plans out for the
Mhm.
things that we need to do.
Yep.
Holding each other accountable, getting together to do those things. I think meetings, now that I see them, how important they were.
So important.
Because we've noticed like even just a week
Mhm.
off, if
We
when we met
noticed
up,
this.
it
Yes.
felt like a month has passed
Mhm.
because of how much we accomplished within that week.
Yes.
At least that's how it felt like for me. But Sally, something wonderful happened yesterday that I saw. I was shocked when I woke up.
Yesterday.
I woke up and I said, "What?" From Voyage Dallas, and I saw your name. It was an online interview from Voyage Dallas, and for Leslie Kasitati Food. I'm like, hold on, because I didn't hear this in the meetings. Let's see, like, wait, what's going on? So,
Yes, life was just going like super fast, especially here in the month of May, April, May. Yes. And so Voyage Dallas, they reached out last month in the midst of us getting all the scholarship stuff together. And it came through an email that I don't frequently use. And so when that email came through, I was like, do I want to take this opportunity or just let them know, like, hey, I actually don't have time? But thankfully, we moved forward with the interview process, and I was surprised that they had it published yesterday. So,
yes, I even looked at the date. I was like, because I was thinking, because I didn't hear about it, I
mhm.
was like, wait, was this like a last year or 2 years
I know it
ago?
happened so fast, and I
I was
didn't
like,
get a chance.
yesterday, today. But just to tell you a little bit about Voyage Dallas, it's a local online magazine
Mhm.
that focuses on sharing the stories of entrepreneurs, artists, community leaders, small business owners, creatives, and everyday people who are making a difference in the Dallas Fort Worth area. Their mission is to highlight the hidden gems of the community and give people a platform to tell their stories in their own words. And I love that they said a hidden gem because before I read that, that's literally what I shared on my post when I reposted it. Because when I was reading it,
Mhm.
everything formed underwater. All the things that we're speaking into life, learning to speak, we see differently spiritually.
Mhm.
We're vision casters,
Yeah.
and so you in that in the interview, online interview, you have all of those things beautifully said. And when I reposted it, I said, read it because there's so many hidden gems in here because it relates to anybody. That literally anybody with a renewed mind can do all the things that we're already doing. And
Absolutely.
but like I said, we're not gatekeeping anything. We're sharing our experiences. And so I'm just so glad, like when they reach out to you, like how was, like you said, like hold on, hold on, wait, like
Yes, I was trying to figure out where did they get my email, and then I realized, okay, this is the email that I have on my social media pages, so it must have came through there. If someone else had recommended, thank you so much for that opportunity and putting the word out there because it was a great experience. I love it because it took me time to really put together into words because how they mentioned like they get to explain it from their own words, and so
because and we learned about the power of words, especially with the short time with that being an online. Like I'm certain it's like I want to make sure that I put everything, the most important thing, to cover all the questions. 'Cause I want
right.
people to know how this was formed. Why do I think the way that I think? And I'll share a little bit the questions they asked you. But I was just so happy to just even. One of the things that we do all the time is we celebrate every small victory. Everything is a
Absolutely.
milestone for us.
Absolutely. And I love that we celebrate it because you should celebrate. I mean, when you read through scripture, you see all the celebrations that they had for all the things. And I think that's a beautiful thing to celebrate accomplishments, small or big.
Yeah, and doing it together, it really truly is my absolute favorite thing. Um, so please go and click on that. It's like she said, she has
Yes.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
All
We're
the
gonna
things you
put
can
all
find
those things
it.
on there.
Yes.
Yeah, because a lot of the things you do not want to miss about this. Because I love that they mentioned like how was when they asked you other things, got you getting to introduce yourself. You got to introduce the Kasitati Foundation, the Little Champs Academy, the Little Steppers from by Kim Kasitati Finau, Children Talk Mentors. I saw the pictures that you put on there, Invest, and then really the impact of our scholarship programs that we just hosted. You shared literally everything on there. So, like I said, hidden gems are in there that for you to find and discover, and just to get to know us a little bit and
Yes.
our journey so far.
And to join us on the journey as well because that's the beautiful thing is that what everybody's seen is something that is still in formation, like it's still being formed, like we're still in the middle of the journey, and so there's still time to jump in and join in this journey and do life together because that's really why most of the things like with what Anna said pod, it was creating the virtual sisterhood, which took into us having the panel of women that were up here.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's one of my
And
favorite moments.
so,
Yeah,
I mean, there's so many opportunities that came through just taking that first step out of your
gotta
comfort
say
zone.
yes. You're
Yes.
becoming like the mentor.
Yes, just say yes and get out of your
He's a yes
comfort
man.
zone because if you stay in that comfort zone, you're not really going to get to grow. You got to get out of that comfort zone, get along, not get along, get around people who are going to sharpen you and
You can
sharpen,
get along too.
sharpen, get along too. Yes.
That's step one.
But sharpening isn't meant to be something easy, to sharpen something. Like you're going to have to take a little bit of
Yes,
some.
because that was one of my favorite questions that they asked you was, has it been fairly smooth for you so far? And immediately you're like, no.
No,
And then other
absolutely. I
things.
mean, no.
Yeah.
And I mean, you guys know that
But,
it's
Sally,
not
it's
easy.
not even like, I'm sure you agree when I say this. It's not really the people. It's not really the circumstances or the nose that's coming our way or is going to come. It really is just our mind.
It really
It really
is.
was
It really
refueling
is.
our mind, believing the biggest thing is to
Yep.
believe it in ourselves.
Yes.
Yeah, it's good for people, and I'm seeing it in my son. Okay, but anyhow, let's not get there. But yes, I can believe. Well, like my son, I told him I can believe in you all you want. I can give you all the
Yes.
affirmation words. I can help you. I can set up for you. What do you need? I can buy those things for you. But if I don't see that you don't believe in it, I do not want to invest my time in that. I need you first
Yes.
to believe in yourself. In order
Yes.
to access that is to see a goal to the finish line so you can gain confidence. Because that is how you're gonna grow. Like when we say
Yes.
the journey into becoming, it's a process. You're gonna discover so many things on the way into becoming who you are. And so
And it's such a beautiful thing.
so beautiful.
Even while it could be hard, it's such a beautiful thing to just keep discovering, keep taking that step out, doing new
Be
things.
addicted to that.
Yes.
to the feeling of accomplishing things, a feeling of gaining confidence. Every time you accomplish anything, for one of the things that we're doing summer year round is library time at the Euless Library on Mondays.
Yes.
We do those. We host a class from 11 to 12. And like I said, this is yearly round. Okay,
Yearly
we have this
round.
program open for you. Where me, yeah, no breaks here. But we are gonna keep that up yearly round. We'll keep all the information of Little Champs coming up soon and when that will start up. I know that literally is all in the works. But anyhow, for the library itself, that is coming yearly
All
round,
summer.
all
Yep.
summer
All
long,
summer. We're gonna continue into the
Monday
fall. Yes.
from 11 to 12. And so you'll find me, Sally, and Kim. We'll be teaching.
U.S. Public Library.
So join us on those things. But yes, but thank you so much for your Voyage Dallas for getting
Yes.
to
Thank
interview
you.
Sally, and Sally taking that. And Sally was like, "I'm not talking about myself. I'm talking about
Yes.
everything
Yes.
that
When
I've been
they
doing." So thank you for including everything.
Yes, because when they reached out, I was like, talk about me.
Not me,
If I had to
not
talk
other
about
others.
yes, I was like, if I had to talk about me, I had to talk about everybody
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
You know, because everything I do is included with everything that everybody else is doing. And so again, we'll have that link available. Or if you follow the Kasitati Sisters page on Facebook, it's also there. And then it's also on Instagram as well. So definitely take a good read.
Yes, but yes, thank you so much again for all of those who is joining us and everyone who's been in the chat. It's just so good to see all this lineup of conversation going on. But yes, you'll find us again on the at the ULIS Public Library from 11 to 12 as teachers, just to let you guys know for Little Champs. Keep up and follow us. We also have a Little Champs Facebook page. And again, we're going to link all those information down so you can know where to follow us and to get connected into this community because that's what we're all about is community. But Sally, before I even say goodbye or let our viewers go about their day, is there anything that you'd like to add on before we close?
Absolutely. Something that keeps coming to mind is knowing that on this journey or in anything new that you do, you have to first, of course, your mindset. You know, go with an open mind, continue to change the way you think or reframe the way that you think because that's definitely going to help. But the number one thing that keeps coming up is know who you are. Because if you know who you are, when those hard times come or when there's something that comes against you, you know, because you'll quickly find out, you know, you'll quickly for some reason see clearly who is supporting you and who's not. And I think for a lot of fellow friends or followers, you may use that like you may see that as an obstacle, but I think you should absolutely keep going, you know, because when you know who you are, those things don't matter because you have something to accomplish, you have something to achieve, you have a goal ahead of you, and you cannot worry about those other things. So you have to know who you are, your character.
That is so. Thank you for even ending like that because when we got to talk about a Little Champs about identity, one of my favorite one was the fingerprints
Yes.
and the snowflakes. And we got to share the Little Champs about no one is the same. And we got to show them about all the different snowflake prints. But again, it's like no one's the same.
Yeah.
Like you were created to just be you. You know how hard it is was for me to understand that? Ender, you're just Ender. Like they're like I don't have to try to be something.
Yeah.
You just are you.
I don't have to try to be Anna and be, you know,
Yeah.
what Anna said pod or because I know when me and Kim started, the reason why we started saying what Anna said pod is because everything she said, we were like, yeah, what Anna said. But there were so many opportunities through all of this where we had to do things without Anna.
Yeah.
And guess what? It's not what Anna said. Now me and Kim have to like know who we are and be able to speak without always trying to be someone else. And I love that Anna and just everybody on our team always reminds us you have to know who you are.
Yes, thank you for reminding us is that identity comes in the sense of like you're not copying anybody. We're not copying identity. We're not borrowing identity. You literally are beautiful just the way that you are. But in order for you to understand that it is a discovery, you're not gonna find it at the finish line. Like I was saying, it happens at the starting point. Okay.
Yes.
And so let us be a part of that starting point. And that is why, Sally, thank you for bringing that up because
That
I
was
almost forgot to
also in
reintroduce
there.
this book.
Yes.
So when you come back on, we're going to go right back and dive into chapter 2. But we will discuss chapter 1, which is so important. In order for you to understand chapter 2, you have got to understand chapter 1, which is who are you, identity. And so when you come back on, we're going to be on chapter 2, where you come from, origin. So we just want you to be caught up because it all aligns to with one another. Once we start talking, you're like, oh yeah, that covers in chapter 1. Oh, I remember this. Or not even just that, your personal experience. Bring that with you. We have gone so far with just our personal experience and the things that the trials that we've come through and all the things that we're like, oh, that is why I had a hard time. Or that's why this is so easy. This is who I am. Or like when you be able to understand who you are, you're not operating like anybody else. You're just being. You know, oh my goodness, that concept for me to understand the beginning was so frustrating that I would cry. I'm like, how? Like, what do you mean just be? I did not understand what that even meant.
And something else, Anna, that came to mind is that, you know how we said know who you are? Please know who you are, because there's something that keeps coming up. It's like someone may say something negative about themselves and say, well, that's just who I am. No, that's a lie. That is not who
That
you
is called
are.
aring. That is called accepting. And we do not accept those things.
No. You are called for so much more. You have so much purpose.
You're literally the only barrier to yourself.
Yes, you are standing in front of all the opportunities that you can accomplish. Open up your mind, renew that mind, and transform yourself. And so another thing that I do want to encourage all of our listeners is to go back and listen to the other episodes. I know with the time that I've been away from being here on the podcast, that sometimes I am tuning in live from home, or I'm listening to an old episode while I'm doing the laundry, while I'm handling the kids, while I'm driving alone by myself. Being able to really soak in the words of, like, as Anna, Kim, and Edner have been going over Formed Underwater. Sometimes I'll go back and I'll listen to some of those episodes to hear what they're discussing, hear how they are interpreting the things that are on this page, because I know many people may look at this book and be like, okay, these are only like 50 pages. But if you take the time to really read through and reflect, ask certain questions, you'll be able to see that there's so much that's jam-packed into this little book.
That's why we're only on chapter 2. We took apart the introduction. Like before we even got to chapter 1, we took apart the introduction. And then when we finally got to chapter 1, we took that apart. And so, yes, it's so important to go back and to watch our previous episodes, because you're going to be, I love that we made it comfortable for you and understanding, very, like literally easy for you to understand, because honestly, what seems complicated, I know that we know this as that, oh wait, that really was easy. How come that took me such a long time to understand this concept? But it's again, is when you go in here, you have to unlearn a lot of things. You have to approach it with a new lens of eyes, because the author does not give you the answers. This is not a book that says, even though I said, yeah, this is no. The reason why it is a cheap code is because he leads you towards asking the right questions. And so, because he already discovered it, he's already like, I'm still learning these things, but this is what I discovered. These are the 4 truths that I have learned, and I want everybody. It's such gems, such treasures that I want everybody else to also understand and be a part of this journey, so that you can also discover your purpose. Why am I here? What am I here to create? What am I here to solve? What am I here for in general?
Right,
And
because
so that's why I love
you yourself are going to have to.
You have to do the work.
Yes. And I think
is the hard part.
yes, and I think that's why if you do not end up liking this book, it's because you don't like to do the work. You have to do the work. I mean, but like I said, we have all the videos here previously recorded. You can always go back, get your book, and read through them and listen through. I know I'm not a visual person, so you can always just listen without watching. That's how I like to listen to the podcast.
No, we have everything set up for you can learn, whether you have the book, whether you're just listening in. Our job is just to give you
Information.
Literally, the lack of information that we've learned is to pass on the information to you guys. Okay, so thank you, Sally, for adding that in so that we can tie it in to get you a book. Again, it's on Amazon. Formed Underwater. So we'll see you again for next Friday here at 11:30. Come in again. You can just join us here. There's so many seats here. Many seats here.
Or don't grab a bite. If you want to just come
and get to
in.
know us. Yes. Grab a drink or I was like, bring your own drink. Like, don't do that. But but just come in and be fed spiritually and get to know us. I think one of the our greatest thing that we've been learning about community that I'm loving is getting to see the people's faces and getting to meet people face to face and talking to them. Connection is so important. Building relationship is so important to our community.
Yep, helping people see that they're valued and seen. So thank you so much, Edna, for this
Hey,
time.
I'm so happy to have
I hope Anna and Kim are learning and that they're gonna ace that test that they have today.
Yeah, and they will. Anna will make it sure.
Right, Anna's gonna have 100 again, and Kim's gonna get 99.
Cut. Okay, but we're so proud of you guys, and even for those who are tuning in or who will turn in, the idea is that you are also going to be a yes person to everything that we're doing here. So thank you so much.
So give them a challenge, Edna, like how we
Yes,
do
the
with our little
challenge is
champs.
to go ahead. I'm sorry.
I said yes, give them a challenge like how we do with our little
Oh
champs.
yeah. So the challenge is try something new. One of the things that we love to teach our champs is to try something new. It's to we just closed a series called The Power of Words, and one of my favorite things was also the power of action. You can say powerful words, but if you don't put the action behind it, like when you say I'm sorry, but are you sorry? What did you do to make sure that just things in that concept? But again, one of the things that we're also learning to build our confidence, like we've been saying all this time, confidence comes after the task is done. And you're not looking for perfection. You're not looking to speak or to say all the right words. We're not looking, just show up and finish a task. That is when confidence is building. And so that is why we do say to try something new. So in the summer, while you have other summer plans, make sure that you also put plans in the sense of trying something new. Going back and be again, like Sally, a vision caster. Go write your goals. Start there first, and then again, look at that list. Do not approach it the same way that you have been doing because that has proven not to work. And just try something new. Try it a different way, and come back. That is your challenge, and come back and let us know how that challenge went for you.
Yes, thank you so much, Edna.
So yeah, this was a great time. This was so much fun. So next week you come back and we'll join you on Formed Underwater. But thank you so much.
Yes.
And
We'll see you next time.
Yes, so we'll catch you on another
episode of What Anna Said podcast.
Bye. I wonder if that is Anna. Is it like back?